Hello everybody, welcome to my second video. So today we're going to be covering how to start putting in more effort and how to start building up your discipline. I'm not going to waste your time, I'm just going to get straight into the video. So I hope you all enjoy. So the first point I have here is this idea that you have a pussy mindset. And I know this is gonna sound kind of weird. You're like, oh, he just called me a pussy. Oh, I'm gonna click off the video. Don't click off the video. This is very, very vital information if you want to start building your discipline and you want to start putting in more effort into your work. So this idea of a pussy mind that I believe everyone has is basically your pussy mind is what limits you from achieving everything and anything that you could ever want or need in life. So for example, when you get out of bed in the morning, let's say for work or school or for some shit like that, you probably have the desire to not get out of bed. You probably have this feeling like, oh, I could wait 5-10 more minutes and just, I can do this. I can be a few minutes late than getting out of bed, whatever the fuck. And that is an example of this pussy, like this limiting mindset that a lot of people have, especially in today's society. So your limiting mindset, I believe, or your pussy mindset, causes you to have these limiting beliefs. And a limiting belief is basically a state of mind or a thought that you think is the absolute truth and stops you from actually achieving a lot of things in life. Especially things that are beneficial to you in the long run. So, I want you to try this exercise. I want you to write down some of your limiting beliefs. Say, for example, one of your beliefs is you're too tired to work. Let's say you have that limiting belief a lot. Like, oh, I'm too tired to do this, I'm too tired to do that, what? Sorry, I just had to have a sip of water. I'm fucking thirsty, man. So, this limiting belief. Where was I up to? Yep. So let's say, for example, one of your limiting beliefs is you're too tired to work. You're too tired to do this. You're too tired to do that. What I want you to do is I want you to write down some of your limiting beliefs that may be like this, obviously. And I want you to figure out ways to push past them. For example, if you feel that you're too tired all the time, I want you to push past that, especially when needed. Especially if you're getting adequate sleep and you just think that you're too tired and you're really not. And I'll give you an example of one time I pushed past this limiting belief when I thought I was too tired to do something and really I wasn't. And this experience, it helped me figure out that I'm never too tired to do anything unless I physically cannot get up. And it was when me and my friend Lucas, the one who's co-running this channel, we were actually running back from the gym. I think it was 9:30, 10 p.m., something like that. And it gets like proper fucking dark outside at 9:30, 10. And we were running back home from the gym, and it was a big run, and we wanted to run home from the gym. And I don't do a lot of cardio. Lucas does a fair amount of cardio. Obviously, I'm a bit better at cardio now. I'm still not great. But Lucas does a lot more cardio. He has a lot more experience with running. And we ran from the gym all the way back to his house. And he was faster than me. So obviously I got, stuck behind a bit. He went on in front of me, whatever, right? And while I was running, my calves were aching, and I didn't find this out until I got home the next day. The skin on my feet was actually peeling off because I've never run that far before. I mean, I have, but I took breaks in between. This was just straight fucking running. And the shoes I had on were like $15 from fucking Big W or some shit, right? So they're not good shoes. They're not meant to work out in, let alone fucking run in. So when I was running, I had this thought like, oh, I could just stop I could just take like 30 seconds, a minute to myself, and no one would ever know. No one would ever know that I would take a break. And I could, just start walking the rest of the way, or maybe catch a bus home, or get a taxi home or some shit like that. No one would ever know if I did that. And what I did with that belief, that limiting belief that, I can't do this, it's easier just to walk home or start walking or some shit like that. What I did is I took that and I thought to myself, I thought to myself that although I feel tired, although my feet are aching, although my calves are like fucking cramping, yeah, I basically thought to myself, I find this so fucking cool, by the way, that I'm still alive, I can still run. Running the rest of the way home isn't gonna fucking kill me. So I ran the rest of the way home, even though I was experiencing this kind of thing. And obviously I found out the next day that my feet were literally, the skin was fucking peeling off. But that is an example of pushing past a limiting belief. Now, once you've written down some of your limiting beliefs and you've found out ways to, kind of push past them and help you push past them, now you actually find out how to have better discipline. Now, what to do with this discipline is I want to show you how to essentially level up your discipline. Now, I'm sorry, I keep on looking to the side. It's just where my notes are and everything, because I can't really show you. But on this side, it has the camera and stuff, and on this side, it has my notes and stuff for the screen. So I'm just looking over there, looking at my notes. But how to level up your discipline it's just like the gym. So when you're leveling up your discipline, it's essentially like progressive overload in the gym. And I covered this a bit in my other video, but I just decided to go more in depth with this video. So just like the gym, you basically want to be strength training in the gym, and you want to progressively overload so you can overload the strength. And the same goes with building your discipline, actually. So back to the analogy of the last video, let's say you want to lift 25 kgs and you can only lift 8 kgs. Obviously, you don't go straight to 25 kgs. You build your way up, and this is the same with your discipline. So I'll give you another example. Let's say you don't want to get out of bed, and you push past your mindset of thinking, I'm too tired, I'll just stay in bed for another 10 minutes. Once you push past that, you'll want to do that again the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. You want to stay consistent, and you want to progressively overload this bit of discipline. So, yeah, you just want to keep it consistent, progressively overload it, do more and more intense things. Start by just... I want you to start by making your bed in the morning. Make your bed every single morning. That's a good thing to start with. And you might be thinking, oh, that's too easy, I just make your bed, or whatever. Bro, if you think that's easy enough and you're not making your bed every morning, then what you're saying is complete and utter fucking lies. You're lying to yourself. If you don't make your bed in the morning, yeah, and you don't want to make your bed in the morning after me telling you that this is actually how you begin to level up your discipline, then you're a fucking pussy. I mean, I don't know. I literally don't know what else to say. If you know you don't make your bed in the morning and you want to build up your discipline, but you don't listen to me when I say make your bed in the morning to build up your discipline, then you will never build up your discipline. And let's say, obviously, if you do make your bed every morning, start off with something that is easy, kind of like that, and then build up your way into doing more and more harder things. Like, an example for me when I was building up my discipline, every time I walked past the hallway, I have like a pull-up bar in my hallway, and every time I walk past the hallway, I do 5 pull-ups. Actually now it's more like 6, 7, whatever. I'm slowly, progressively overloading my pull-ups when I walk past the hallway, but whatever. I do at least 5 pull-ups every time I walk past the hallway door that leads into like my lounge room. So there's like a lounge room here, kitchen there, dining room here, and then the hallway, and then my room. So when I go to my room, to let's say the kitchen or the lounge room or the dining room, whatever, I walk past this hallway and there's like a door here that separates to the kitchen, the lounge room, and the dining room. And in that door, there's like a little, like a pull-up bar that hooks onto the door. And I do 5 pull-ups every time I walk past that. And that's actually a good way to start leveling up your discipline. Maybe wake up in the morning, make your bed, do a few push-ups. If you can't do push-ups, then that's okay. Start by an easier variation of of push-ups. I just want you to do a bit of exercise along with making your bed or doing something else that you don't really feel like. I want you to incorporate a bit of exercise with that as well, because that'll build up your discipline a lot more. And then once that becomes easy for you, let's say you start making your bed in the morning, you start getting up earlier in the morning, you start building up your discipline. Let's say you do like 10-20 push-ups every morning as soon as you wake up. That's when you can actually start moving on to the bigger, more intense things. And that's kind of like the stage where I'm at before I go to bed. And when I wake up, I like to do 50 to 100 push-ups. I know I know that might sound like a lot, but when you start building up your discipline, it's really quite easy to do. And I'm telling you this so you can actually have faith in yourself and you can eliminate your limiting beliefs. If I can do 50 to 100 push-ups every morning and before I go to bed, then you can as well. If I can do it, you can do it. And even if you can't do a push-up, like I said, just start off with an easier variation until you can do push-ups. And you want to start doing more and more intense things, building up your discipline. And then that will help you start to put in more effort. And then just like that, you've built up a good level of discipline over a few months, maybe a few years. And then you can start doing things whenever you want to. And that's actually really useful. The reason why discipline is so useful is because to put in the fucking work. Like, let's say if your goal is to become a millionaire by the time you're 25, yeah? Just a random example. It's not my example. Actually having $1 million by 25 would be kind of nice. But that's not my specific goal. Now, if your specific goal is to do that, then you need a lot of discipline for it. You need a lot of discipline for everything, to be honest. And I can't stress this enough. Without building your discipline enough, then your self-improvement journey will start to fall and you'll fall into a relapse. So that's why I really wanted to put this video out, stress how important discipline can be for everyone, not just you or me. So yeah, pardon me, that was fucking gross. But yeah, like, share, subscribe, all that in the description. We have an email where you can actually sign up for coaching sessions that cost $50 an hour AUD. I'll put the prices in American and pounds and euros and shit like that. Yeah, so just email us if you want a coaching session. I strongly recommend that if you enjoyed this video, because with the coaching session, obviously we can get to learn more about yourself, and depending on what video you came from will depend whether you get me or Lucas. But with the coaching session, we can learn more about you, which will actually help you, because then we can better kind of relate to your situation. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, stay tuned. There should be another one tomorrow, if not the next day. So goodbye.